Hello everyone. As we are doing chapter 2 class 11 structure of atom. So in the previous lecture we have discussed about the duality, that is the dual nature of light and dual nature of matter like electron because it is microscopic particle. Now in this lecture we will discuss about the Mohr's model of an atom. Now the Mohr's model of an atom, it gives the various postulates which are acceptable. The first postulate is electrons are revolving around the positively charged nucleus in a fixed circular path, which is known as orbit. As all you know well, that in an atom, the nucleus is positively charged and the electrons are revolving around the nucleus. Like the athletes are revolving around the, जैसे athletes अपने एक fixed circular path या elliptical path के अंदर घूमते हैं, like that the electrons are always revolving around the nucleus in this fixed circular path, which is known as the orbit. And this orbit has the fixed place from the nucleus and it also has the fixed energy. Means we can say that when the electrons are present in the particular orbit, they are associated with the particular energy and this energy never be changes. And because of that reason, these energy levels are known as stationary energy levels. Here the word stationary means the fixed energy of the particular orbit, and this orbit, electrons which are associated with this orbit having the same energy as that of the orbit energy. Now, in the junior classes, you have learned about the shells. Shells in which the electrons are revolving. So these are K, L, M, N. In this manner, we have seen that the electrons are moving in K shell, L shell, M shell, and N shell. Now here we are calling them the energy levels, which are denoted by the symbol N, where N is equal to 1, 2, 3, and 4. So whenever the K shell is there, means the electron is present in the first orbit. Similarly, K, L, M, N. So we can mark them like K, then K, L, M, and N. So in that manner, we can say the value of N will be increases from the nucleus to the valence shell. Now the question arises, how can we calculate the energy of the each shell? And this energy is fixed. And this energy is also the energy of the electron. So here we can calculate the energy by this formula, that is En minus 2 pi square me power 4 divided by n square upon n square h square into z square. Now here you can easily understand that m is the mass of the electron and m is the mass of the electron, E is the charge on the electron, N is the energy level in which the electron is present, and H is the Planck's constant whose value is fixed, we have seen in the previous lecture, and the Z is the atomic number of the atom. Now when we are putting the, when substitute all the values of the constant like mass of the electron, charge on the electron, and the Planck's constant. So when we are substituting all these values in the formula, we will get minus 2 pi to minus 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 divided by n square into z square. So we are getting this kind of the formula, that is En is equal to minus 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 divided by n square into z square. This formula is very much important for the numerical point of view also. So here the unit is joule per atom. Now Z is the atomic number which may vary, N is the energy shell which may vary. So whenever we are changing the value of Z and N, we can calculate the value of the energy level associated with a particular shell. Like if we want to calculate the energy associated with the fifth level, that is N is equal to 5, and the atom is lithium positive. So you know well that the Li has the atomic number 3. So the Li positive also has the Z is equal to 3, because you know well the value of Z will not be changes, it doesn't depend upon the positive or the negative charge. So we can substitute the value. We will get minus 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 divided by n square. N is 5, so 5 square into Z is 3, so there will be 3 square. So in that manner we can calculate the energy of any shell and energy of the electron which is present in that particular shell. So Z, if the Z is equal to 1, that is for the hydrogen atom, so we can dissolve this factor, and for the hydrogen atom, we will get this kind of the formula. Now, in the another one, we can, if the Z is greater than 1, so we can apply this formula because Z is not equal to 1 for the other atom other than hydrogen. So, the another postulate of the Bohr model of an atom is electrons are revolving around the nucleus, and you know well it is a charged particle, so they will create the angular momentum, and the angular momentum of the electron is the integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. That is the MVR is the angular momentum, and that is equal to NH upon 2 pi. Integral multiple means n, the value of n may be vary. So this is the MCQ question can be asked. What is the angular momentum of the electron around the nucleus? That is the integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. Now, the another postulate is energy of the electron is fixed, as we have seen in a particular orbit. हम कोई भी अगर orbit लेते हैं तो उसके अंदर जैसे ये orbit है, इसमें electron की energy fix है in a particular orbit, which may change. It will be changes only when the electron will be moving from the lower energy level to higher energy level, or the higher energy level to lower energy level. Means whenever the electron, if we are having that electron is present in the 2 orbit and it is moving, n is equal to 5th orbit. So here you can see the lower energy level is n is equal to 2 and the higher energy level is n is equal to 5. In n is equal to 2, the energy is fixed, as we have seen from the formula, that is En is equal to, you have to write down in your copies by yourself, divided by n square into z square. And that is for the, suppose it is for the hydrogen atom. So Z will become equal to 1. So we can calculate the energy for the 2nd orbit. We can calculate the energy for the 5th orbit separately. This is the energy of the electron in the 2nd orbit. This is the energy of the electron in the 5th orbit, and it is fixed. Now we want to calculate the change in energy. Means when the electron is moving from n is equal to 2 to n is equal to 5. अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन अपनी पोजीशन चेंज करता है तो 2 से अगर 5 में जाएगा, it will be possible by the adsorption. इसको adsorption कहते हैं. And if the electron is moving from 5th orbit to 2nd orbit, lower high energy level से lower energy level में आएगा तो उसको हम बोलते हैं emission. So that we will discuss later on. तो adsorption means उसने energy absorb की, और energy absorb करने के बाद उसने अपनी position change की. जब energy absorb होगी तो but obvious है कि वो अपनी position को lower energy level से higher energy level में लेकर जाएगा. So in that manner, the energy will be changes, and that is denoted by delta E, and that is equal to E highest minus E lowest. So here you can easily understand that E highest minus E lowest means the E highest is E5 and E lowest is E2 in the particular case. This will be changes for every question, and delta E will be comes out to be, you have to be substitute the value E2 after calculation, 5 after calculation, then you can find out the value in terms of joules per atom. So this is a very important questions, and you can say that the energy will be changes only whenever there is a change in the energy level of the electron. So you may see the question, why Bohr's orbit are known as the stationary energy levels. उन्हें stationary energy levels क्यों कहते हैं? Because they are in a fixed circular path, and the energy remains fixed, it never be changes. So next topic we will discuss about the line spectrum of hydrogen atom. Line spectrum means, first of all you should know what is the meaning of line spectra. Line spectra means when the light is passes through a substance, then different bright lines are obtained which are separated by the dark spaces like this. जैसे इस तरीके की lines आपको मिलती हैं, and these are the dark spaces between them, and these are the bright lines they are obtained, and this is called as the line spectra or the atomic spectra. उसे हम atomic spectra या line spectra कहते हैं. जैसे कि विब्योर है, विब्योर भी स्पेक्ट्रम है. इट इज ए स्पेक्ट्रम ऑफ द कलर बैंड्स, डिफरेंट कलर बैंड्स. एब्जॉर्प्शन स्पेक्ट्रा की व्हेन द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर इरेडिएटेड, जैसे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स अगर लोअर एनर्जी लेवल में फिक्स है, यहाँ पर ये हाई एनर्जी लेवल अगर हम कंसिडर करते हैं, ये लोअर एनर्जी लेवल हुआ और ये हाई एनर्जी लेवल हुआ. इलेक्ट्रॉन इज प्रेजेंट इन द लोअर एनर्जी लेवल फर्स्ट, और जब इलेक्ट्रॉन इज इंटरेक्ट विद द लाइट, जब इलेक्ट्रॉन के ऊपर लाइट जाएगी तो आप खुद ही सोचिए क्या होगा. तो इट विल बी हीट अप एंड द काइनेटिक एनर्जी विल बी इंक्रीजेस, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट रीजन it will start moving from lower energy level to higher energy level. Now, the higher energy level occupied by the electron depends upon the amount of the energy absorbed by the electron. जितनी ज्यादा एनर्जी वो एब्जॉर्ब करेगा, it will be moved towards the higher energy level. Suppose the lower energy level is n is equal to 1. So this electron can occupy n is equal to 2, it can occupy n is equal to 3, it can occupy n is equal to 4 और so on. कहीं पर भी जाकर के वो एब्जॉर्ब होकर के अपनी पोजीशन को ले सकता है. वो डिपेंड करेगा कि वो इलेक्ट्रॉन कहाँ पर जाकर के कितनी उसने एनर्जी यहाँ से एब्जॉर्ब की है. इसको आप इस तरीके से समझ सकते हैं कि एवरी स्टूडेंट इज डूइंग देयर वर्क, बट दोज हु आर doing more and more questions, more and more practice, so they will get the good marks. Everyone has the same question paper and the same syllabus and the same teacher, but they are getting the different marks. So it is depending upon their absorption power. कि उनकी absorption power कितनी है. So because same thing happens in case of electrons, कि electrons सभी electrons को equal energy distribute हो रही है, but इलेक्ट्रॉन कितनी एनर्जी को एब्जॉर्ब कर रहा है, तो वो डिसाइड करेगा कि इलेक्ट्रॉन कौन सी पोजीशन को जाकर के कौन से एनर्जी लेवल को जाकर के हिट करेगा, एंड दैट विल बी ऑक्यूपाई दैट एनर्जी लेवल. सो दैट इज अबाउट द एब्जॉर्प्शन लेवल, एब्जॉर्प्शन स्पेक्ट्रा. बट व्हेन द इलेक्ट्रॉन विल बी स्टेइंग इन द हाई एनर्जी लेवल, इन द हाई एनर्जी लेवल इट इज हाईली अनस्टेबल. हाई एनर्जी लेवल में इलेक्ट्रॉन हमेशा अनस्टेबल होगा. ये लोअर एनर्जी लेवल है और ये हायर एनर्जी लेवल है. हाई एनर्जी लेवल कोई भी हो सकता है, कोई भी ऑक्यूपाई कर सकता है. दिस इज द एनर्जी. सो व्हेनेवर इट विल बी रीचेस इन द हाई एनर्जी लेवल, it will try to lose its energy and come back to the ground level, because in the high energy level electron is always unstable. जैसे हमारी भी excited state होती है, इसको हम excited state भी कहते हैं. हमारी भी excited state होती है whenever we are feeling very happy, whenever we are feeling very sad, but this is an unstable situation. After some time we have to be come back to the ground level, which is the stable form. जो हमारी stable एक state होती है उसके ऊपर आने की कोशिश करेगा. So for that electron will try to lose its energy. तो अपनी एनर्जी को लूज करेगा, और जब भी अपनी एनर्जी को लूज करेगा, and this is called as the emission. जो हमें स्पेक्ट्रा मिलेगा, this is called emission spectra. और जो एब्जॉर्प्शन में हमें स्पेक्ट्रा मिलेगा उसको हम बोलते हैं एब्जॉर्प्शन स्पेक्ट्रा, एंड बोथ आर नोन एज द लाइन स्पेक्ट्रा. सो यू नो नाउ यू कैन इजीली अंडरस्टैंड कि एब्जॉर्प्शन एंड इमिशंस आर साइमल्टेनियसली अकर. व्हेनेवर द एब्जॉर्प्शन इज देयर, इमिशन ऑलवेज बी देयर. जब भी एब्जॉर्प्शन होगा, इमिशन होगा ही होगा. सो दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द conceptual point of view also. In the excited state, electrons are always unstable. Whenever the electrons are absorbs the radiations or the heat or the energy, they will be reaches in the higher energy level, and when they come back to the ground level, they will emit the radiations, and this is called emission spectra, and it will be shown by the wavy line, and the absorption spectra is shown by the solid line. So the energy difference between the ground level or the excited level, which may be n is equal to 2, 3 and so on. So in that manner, you can calculate the value of delta E, and this delta E is always equal to h mu. जो हमने पहले भी किया है, ये भी आपका E is equal to h mu होगा. That is E highest minus E lowest is equal to h mu. That is the integral multiple of h mu and h mu. Now, you know well, now we will discuss about the spectrum for the hydrogen atom. Hydrogen atom spectrum. Whenever we are having the hydrogen atom, it has the one electron in its outermost shell. So whenever the electron will be present in the ground level, this one electron, and that will be reaches in the higher energy level, come back to the ground level, सबका एक ही pattern रहता है. So we should get the one line in the absorption spectrum and one line in the emission spectrum. But whenever we will see the example for the hydrogen atom spectrum, now we will see कि we are getting the so many definite lines. हमें बहुत सारी लाइंस मिलती हैं. यू कैन सी फ्रॉम द डायग्राम आल्सो कि हमें इतनी सारी लाइंस मिलती हैं. इसमें एक लाइन नहीं मिलती. इलेक्ट्रॉन एक ही है क्योंकि हाइड्रोजन एटम एक ही है, बट वी आर गेटिंग सो मेनी लाइंस. यू कैन सी इजीली. दिस इज द diagram from the NCERT book. This is the hydrogen atom spectrum. So we are getting so many definite lines we are getting. So why is it so? So it is because of the reason that hydrogen atom contains only one electron, that is okay. But the sample of the hydrogen gas contain large number of hydrogen atoms. Means जब हमें hydrogen atom लेना है, so हम experiment के लिए hydrogen atom नहीं ले सकते, because hydrogen atom is not available. We have to take the hydrogen gas. In hydrogen gas, one molecule of hydrogen gas में we are having two hydrogen atom, okay, and two hydrogen atom will contain two electron. But is it possible that we have to take the one molecule only? No, it is not possible. So if we are taking 1 mole of the substance, which is normally taken as a minimum quantity, so in the 1 mole of the hydrogen gas, we are having 2 into 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 atoms, and इतने ही हमारे पास electrons हैं. So you can easily understand when all these electrons are present in the ground level. ये सभी electrons यहाँ पर present हैं ground level में. So they will absorb the radiations and reaches in the high energy level. सब अपनी अपनी capacity से. जैसे आप class के अंदर अगर 40 students हैं and they are getting the different marks, so they are reaching in the different levels. So उनको अलग अलग वो levels के अंदर पहुंच जाएंगे. कुछ electrons यहाँ होंगे, कुछ electrons यहाँ होंगे, कुछ electrons यहाँ होंगे. So they are reaching in the different energy levels. Different energy levels में ये पहुंच जाएंगे. So this is absorption. अब absorption के बाद now they will try to come back to the ground level. अभी ground level में आने की कोशिश करेंगे. तो जितने भी electrons जहां कहीं भी present हैं, अगर वो first energy level में आ जाते हैं, अगर वो n is equal to 1 level के अंदर वापस आ जाते हैं, this is n is equal to 1 level, ये वाला जहां कहीं भी present है, तो वो एक लाइन सीरीज में आ जाते हैं और उसको हम बोलते हैं लाइमन सीरीज. दिस इज कॉल्ड लाइमन सीरीज इन विच इट फॉल्स इन द रीजन ऑफ यूवी रेडिएशन. मींस इनकी एक रेंज फ्रीक्वेंसी, ऐसी फ्रीक्वेंसी की लाइट को इमिट करते हैं विच इज एसोसिएटेड विद द यूवी रेडिएशन. सो यू कैन सी कि द लाइमन सीरीज n1 is equal to 1. What does it mean? That all the electrons will be reaches in the first energy level. n1 means lower energy level and the n2 means higher energy level. Okay, so n is equal to 2 तो कुछ भी हो सकता है. लाइमन सीरीज में सारे के सारे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जो वापस आ रहे हैं, दे आर रीचिंग इन द फर्स्ट एनर्जी लेवल. और वो कहां से आ रहे हैं? कहीं से भी आ सकते हैं, बट दे रीचेस इन द फर्स्ट एनर्जी लेवल and they emit the radiations which belongs to the ultraviolet UV region. So that all these lines associated with this are called Lyman series. Now the Balmer series. Balmer series में all the electrons will be reaches in the second energy level where n is equal to 2 and that is related to the visible region. ये आपका visible region में होगा. Visible region में आपका बनेगा Vibgyor. तो यहाँ पर ये आपको बाल्मर सीरीज मिलेगी which is in the visible region and this is the man-made series also. Balmer series is also known as man-made series or this is the artificial series. Now the another three you can easily understand now कि if all the electrons are reaches in the third energy level from the various energy levels, from the various higher energy levels, these are called Paschen series, bracket series and then Pufin series. And all these will be found in the region of infrared. IR region के अंदर ये सारे के सारे IR region के अंदर आते हैं. In this diagram, you are getting from the Paschen series up to Paschen series, but you can make the bracket series also. ये आपकी बन जाएगी bracket series. कहीं से भी electrons आएंगे तो they will reaches in the bracket series. ये bracket series हो गई. और अगर Pufin में आएंगे तो they will reaches in the n is equal to 5. तो ये आपकी हो गई Paschen series and bracket series and the Pufin series, which is belongs to the infra radiations or IR radiations. So this was the in which you are separating the series, various lines, various definite lines we are getting in the hydrogen spectrum in the 5 main series: Lyman series, Balmer series, Paschen series, bracket series and Pufin series, which is very important regarding the MCQ point of view and the case study questions. So we have discussed about the Bohr's model of an atom and we have also discussed about the hydrogen spectrum till Now we have discussed about the Bohr model of an atom and the hydrogen spectrum. And the next lecture we will discuss about more about this chapter. So before that you have to complete your work and collect your doubts.